A movement empowering women to stand up against sexual harassment all started with a simple hashtag. Coming up, we will have more on how women are fighting back.
And find out why President Donald Trump is being accused of insensitive remarks to the widow of a Green Beret.
The Chicago Cubs fight for their chance to repeat a World Series champions. Sports will have all the highlights.
Firefighters in Northern California are continuing to battle the flames that have destroyed homes and taken lives. We will have the latest in weather. Newscene starts right now.
Good evening, I'm Devon Allums.
And I'm Nora Mitchell. Hollywood has been shaken up with recent allegations of sexual harassment, and the online world is reacting. Colton Chavez is here with the story.
Thank you, Nora. The exposure of Harvey Weinstein has catapulted a movement on social media. Women all over the world are now sharing their tragic stories of sexual harassment to hopefully shed light on an issue that has gone on way too long.
I have been harassed so many times I can't count. I've been assaulted, but this wasn't because I was an actress.
This past week, social media had an uproar over the hashtag #MeToo. Actress Alyssa Milano started the movement by tweeting, "If you've been sexually harassed or assaulted, write Me Too" as a reply to this tweet. After October 15th, the tweet went viral on both Twitter and Facebook. Thus far, 1.4 million tweets include the hashtag, along with more than 13 million posts and comments on Facebook. Celebrities were quick to join the fight.
This is not a male thing or a female thing. It is not a Hollywood thing or a political thing. This is a human thing, and it happens in the workplace. It happens in families. It happens all over the world, and we are all the same. We all want the same thing. We want respect and love and kindness.
This time, a female producer had me do a nude lineup with about 5 women who are much, much thinner than me. The female producer told me I should use the naked photos of myself as inspiration for my diet.
With all this media attraction, we investigated our campus to see which students are joining the movement. Surprisingly, more than half the students we approached were not even aware of the hashtag or involved in social media. Alyssa Milano is determined to start a movement that will end sexual harassment and pledges, quote, to stay vocal until this entire thing stops. Currently, the investigation of Harvey Weinstein is still underway. That is going to wrap us up here in the lead report. Back to you both at the desk.
In the aftermath of decades of sexual harassment allegations, Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein has been fired from the film company he has co-founded. Weinstein accusers include stars such as Ashley Judd, Angela Jolie, Rose Monroe, and Gwyneth Paltrow. Weinstein also has members from both producers, Gold of America, as well as Oscars. Weinstein now faces sexual charges investigations in the state of New York, California, and London, England.
The security guard shot in the midst of the Las Vegas shooting has spoken out for the first time since the night of the tragedy. Jesus Campos, a security guard at the Mandalay Bay Hotel, had been making a dispatch call regarding a blocked door near the fire exit. This door was also near the shooter's room at the end of the hallway. Campos says another door slammed, which he believes prompted the shooter. He appeared on The Ellen Show recently to recount the jolting night.
I heard rapid fire, and at first I took cover. I felt a burning sensation. I went to go lift my pant leg up, and I saw the blood.
The ex-husband of 37-year-old
The ex-husband of 37-year-old San Diego Army veteran Julia Jacobson is reported missing last month, was arrested at his home in Arizona last Friday. He has been charged with murder. Jacobson was last seen in Ontario, California with her dog on the evening of September 2nd. Jacob's ex-husband, Dalen Ware, has been extradited back to San Bernardino County to face charges. Investigators suspect she was murdered based partially on forensic evidence found in her car, which was found parked on the street near her home in North Park the evening she went missing. Jacob's remains have not been found. Her dog is also believed to have been killed. Investigators have not determined a motive, but court records show that Ware had a history of domestic violence. The Trump National Golf Club has come under fire for inflating its charity donation numbers. The club's website claimed it had donated $5 million to a list of recipients, but NPR reports it has contacted those organizations and found records of only $800,000 in donations. 17 of those charities had no record of any donation from the golf course.
Several significant developments in politics this week. Here's a wrap-up. Regarding controversy comments of President Donald Trump made for recent decades of deceased soldiers, here's a situation. 4 Green Beret killed in Nigeria, President Donald Trump is accused of making insensitive remarks over the phone with Sergeant LaDavid Johnson's widow. Democratic Congresswoman Frederica Wilson was with Johnson's widow when she claims the president said he knew what he signed up for.
I did not say what she said. I had a very nice conversation with the woman, with the wife, who sounded like a lovely woman, did not say what the Congresswoman said, and most people aren't too surprised to hear that.
What is the proof, Mr. President?
Let her make her statement again, and then you'll find out.
President Trump denied Wilson's statement, saying he has proof that Wilson fabricated her claim. The 9th District Court of Appeals dismissed cases challenging President Donald Trump's travel ban. The court discharged the Maryland case that temporarily stopped travels from 6 Muslim-majority countries. In response to President Trump's new plan to overhaul the tax code, Senator Bernie Sanders says he does not support tax breaks for the most wealthy individuals. Instead, he suggests Congress lower tax overall. Senator Ted Cruz explains the Republican tax plans as a tax cut for the middle class and working families. The Senate is set to vote on a budget resolution later this week. Former President George W. Bush and Barack Obama each delivered remarks to condone President Trump's that he made insensitive comments regarding 4 recently deceased soldiers.
There is a program to assist victims of all types of crimes here in San Diego. What kind of resources are available and who qualifies? We have the information after the break.
And an NFL sports superstar done for the season. We'll have more in sports.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
In San Diego, there's a program created to help victims of all types of crimes. Marsha Abuli has the details about what sources are available for victims.
In San Diego, there are many victims of crimes that don't take action towards their cases. Whether it is a robbery or a more serious crime, the victim should report it with authorities in order to receive help.
Anybody who lives in San Diego County that is a victim of a crime, anybody who's visiting San Diego County and happens to be a victim of a crime while they're visiting San Diego County, is also eligible for assistance.
The legal status of the person doesn't matter. The help and resources are available for all victims.
It doesn't matter to us whether the victim is a U.S. citizen, a legal resident, or even undocumented immigrants that are here.
Even San Diego residents that were in Vegas at the time of the deadly mass shooting are eligible to receive help. There are many types of resources. Some of them are transportation and medical assistance.
We also provide financial assistance to those victims so they're able to survive a financial crisis.
Tourists in the region said they are not afraid of their surroundings, but are surprised that even they are protected in case of a crime.
That makes me feel secure here in San Diego. I think it is really good that county protects its residents, but also protects people who come to visit the city.
To receive assistance, the victim should report the case with authorities and be willing to testify in court. They will be guided all the way by a professional from the San Diego County District Attorney. For Newscene, Mirsha Arambula.
If you have been a victim of crime and need assistance, please call the District Attorney Office at 619-531-4041. All services are charge-free.
The city of San Diego is standing with a Colorado couple who just wanted a wedding cake. The owner of Masterpiece Cake Shop, Jack Phillips, refused to sell a wedding cake to a same-sex couple. The Colorado Civil Rights Commission filed suit, and now the case is pending in the U.S. Supreme Court. The San Diego City Council voted to join other cities in an amicus brief, which is a legal statement that may be considered by the court as it decides the case.
The police union and the city of San Diego have come to a new agreement, a 30% pay raise over the course of 2 years. The new deal is encouraging officers to stay with the department longer. Encouragement has been dropping for the past few years. In August, SPD employed 239 fewer officers than their budget allowed.
SeaWorld has announced that they will be making major cuts to their employees. Over 350 jobs will be slashed, these coming from corporate headquarters and both San Diego and Orlando parks. A spokesman for SeaWorld said the cuts were being made due to reconstruction but would not affect any animal rehabilitation. These positions, including ones that were open, will not be filled. It was also noted that part of these efforts will be geared towards marketing to drive in more park goers, something SeaWorld has struggled with since the airing of the film Blackfish in 2013.
The Chula Vista City Council passed a $400 million incentive package to attract Amazon's second headquarters. The online retail giant says the second headquarters will create thousands of new jobs and generate billions in investment. The Chula Vista site will provide a total 8 million square feet for the tech giant space. The proposal is an Amazon and Simple Region response from both Chula Vista and the city of San Diego. Chula Vista's Director of Economic Development, Eric Krodick, says they're confident that Chula Vista site represents the best proposal being submitted to Amazon.
San Diego has announced the name of its new NASL soccer team. It is the San Diego 1904 FC. The number 1904 is a representation of SD, with the S being the 19th letter in the alphabet and D being the 4th. The FC stands for Football Club, and the colors for 1904 FC are black and white. The new club will begin playing in March of next year as an expansion franchise in the North American Soccer League. The team has secured USD's Torero Stadium from March to July and hopes to move into a North County facility for the remainder of the 2018 season.
From soccer to the rest of sports, here's Matthew. Matthew?
Thank you, Devon. This past Sunday, Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers sustained a horrible injury which could potentially ruin his season. The injury was caused by a hit from Vikings linebacker Anthony Barr, Rodgers' right shoulder fracturing his collarbone. Rodgers suffered a significant injury in the game, and he will require surgery.
In the game, he will require surgery. He'll be out a minimum of a significant amount of time, potentially, and then potentially the season could be over.
His injury is not only affecting the team on the field, but is also affecting the team financially. Hotels and bars may be disturbed by this injury as well, and the city of Green Bay. As of the ticket prices for this weekend went down 50% for their upcoming game against the New Orleans Saints. The surgery for Rodgers was earlier this week on Tuesday. So Rodgers, if you're watching this, I hope you get better. And on to some more exciting news. Adrian Peterson first game with the Cardinals wasn't so shabby, as Peterson ran for 2 touchdowns and 134 yards against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He played for the Saints and only ran 81 yards total, and now he has more freedom to run. However, Sean Payton, the Saints head coach and former coach of the Andrew Peterson, beat the Detroit Lions 52-38. But because of Peterson already ran 76 yards during the game, he was very upset during the press conference and started, we shall see if the momentum continues with Peterson this week in LA. And finally, very exciting news for the Los Angeles Dodgers as they advance to the World Series the first time in 28 years after beating the Chicago Cubs Thursday night at Wrigley Field. The Dodgers crushed the Cubs in 5 games. Game 6 for the Astros, the Yankees will be tonight. The Yankees lead 3-2 in the World Series. The World Series starts this coming Tuesday, and we will see who will join them. The Dodgers did this. They beat the Cubs 11-1 while the Dodgers scored very often. Kiki Hernandez was an offensive hero with a solo home run. Thank you very much, everyone, and back to you, and Devon and Noah at the desk.
Thanks, Matthew. That was awesome. The life of DACA students drastically changed, but their academic record may not be at risk. We will tell you why.
A beloved Mexican-American music icon is getting on her star way to the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And you will find out next in entertainment.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Many students may face unexpected life changes that force them to make a choice between their education and taking care of their lives. The district has a petition process for extenuating circumstances, and this time they are offering it to Dreamer students. Celia Jimenez has the story.
On September 5th, the dream of nearly 800,000 people became a nightmare after the Trump administration ended the DACA program. Within a matter of months, many will start losing their jobs and driver's license and will no longer be protected from deportation. Students at City are suffering and rethinking their academic futures.
What am I going to do now? I was like, I might have to stop going to school, or school started to become like an overload.
Several students talked with the Board of Trustees about their concerns and asked for support.
Mentioned that they weren't eligible for DACA renewal and that they were going to be forced to now drop their classes to work so they could save money because they were really afraid for their futures.
Students requested academic forgiveness for Dreamers who study in the district.
Because it's not about grades, it's about people's lives.
The district responded within a month, granting the request for academic forgiveness.
It was honestly such an amazing feeling and such an accomplishment to know that not only did I help myself, but I've helped so many other students.
The petition was requested to ease the process for Dreamers who wish to return to school.
To avoid having an academic probation, to avoid being denied financial aid, and also to avoid having that permanent stain when transferring to university.
If their petition is accepted, Dreamers students will be able to withdraw from their classes after the drop deadline without getting a W on their transcripts. For Newscene, Celia Jimenez.
Students must submit academic forgiveness applications no later than Monday. The district recommends Dreamers complete the application with the help of their counselors. The cases will be reviewed by the Vice President of Student Services from each college in the district.
Construction was underway Tuesday on a prototype of President Donald Trump's proposal U.S.-Mexican border wall in Ohio Mesa. The 8 prototypes will be between 18 and 30 feet high and designed to deter illegal crossing in the area. According to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection officials, 8 prototypes will be built with 4 other prototypes made of concrete and the other 4 constructed of alternative materials. Construction of the wall prototypes is expected to last about a month. Even efforts to make the wall work, a complete border wall will still make the Congress will approve funding.
Students in California may be able to get their education at no cost. Governor Jerry Brown recently signed a bill that gives full-time students their first year of community college free of charge. For students to be able to go to college for free, it will cost the state $31 million. The new law aims to increase student success rate for college programs. The law will go into effect for the 2018-19 school year.
California will soon be non-binary as gender's options on birth certificates. It is a first state to offer such options. A new California law written by Democratic state senators Tony Atkins and Scott Wiener offers a third option on state issue identifications. Senator Jerry Brown signed a bill on Monday that simplifies the process and provides non-binary and intersex people with the ability to request. The legislation faced some resistance as one of the conservative groups expressed concerns that the new law will lead into identification fraud. This action will go into effect early 2018. A big week next week for the disability community on campus. The Disability Awareness Fair is happening on campus this week, Wednesday at 11 to 2 p.m. There will be many different workshops as well as popcorn, pizza, and entertainment. Also, there will be disability training for experts for students.
This fall, the drama department presents A Midsummer Night's Dream here at City College. A Midsummer Night's Dream is a comedy written by William Shakespeare. It portrays the events surrounding the marriage of Theseus and the Duke of Athens. The City College production will bring a 1930s era filled effect and also dance choreography. The play opens and ends this weekend. Opening night is tonight at 8 o'clock. General admission is $15. Students, seniors, and military pay $10.
The beloved Mexican-American music icon is getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Find out who in entertainment. Here's Billy King with entertainment.
Thank you so much, guys. And early this week, our favorite ginger pop star, Ed Sheeran, broke both of his arms in a bike accident. Sheeran was currently on tour promoting his latest album, Divide, and has since canceled the final leg of his tour in Asia. The musician also recently admitted to his struggle with substance abuse and took a year off from the music industry to get himself back on track. We hope that he has a speedy recovery, and no matter what happens, Ed, I'm in love with the shape of you. And coming up after and then, let's see, after much controversy, there was a disturbance in the force surrounding the making of the untitled Han Solo movie. Film director Ron Howard revealed on social media the official title of the newest film. Solo, a Star Wars story, has finally wrapped principal photography after extensive reshoots and the firing of the original directors Lord and Miller. Due to the creative differences, Howard was the Lucasfilm's only hope and was brought on board to complete the rest of the shoot in order to make its 2018 release date. Hopefully, the Force will be with him. But if you're looking to get your bang for your buck this weekend, Only the Brave opens. Starring Josh Brolin and Miles Teller, Only the Brave is a heroic true story of the Granite Mountain Hotshots elite firefighters who come together through brotherhood to fight a firestorm to save their town. But with Rotten Tomatoes score of 90%, Only the Brave is a sure bet for a great movie weekend. But if you're in the mood for a disaster movie, Geostorm might just be for you. Starring King Leonidas himself, Gerard Butler must save the planet from total annihilation from a climate-controlled satellite that goes berserk. With only a Rotten Tomatoes score of 29%, I think you're better off watching The Day After Tomorrow, which is pretty much the same movie, only with better actors. And finally, a beloved Mexican-American singer, Selena Quintanilla, is getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's been 20 years since she has been murdered, but she has never been forgotten. Last year, MAC Cosmetic honored the singer with her own makeup line, which sold out in minutes. And a biopic film of the icon was made in 1997, starring J-Lo herself, Jenny from the Block. And her Hollywood Walk of Fame, her Hollywood star will be unveiled on November 3rd. And if there's anything I learned from the movie Selena, anything for Selenas. Back to you folks at the desk.
Firefighters in Northern California are continuing to battle the flames that have destroyed homes and taken lives. We will have the latest in weather.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Here's Marissa Gonzalez with weather.
Thanks, guys. Well, currently, firefighters in Northern California are continuing to battle the blazes that have destroyed so many homes and lives. It's been over 10 days that crews have been taking on the flames, but now believed to have finally gained an upper hand. The damage has been astounding, destroying hundreds of homes with a death toll of over 40 lives lost. A spokesman from CAL FIRE gave an update on the improvement of the containment on these fires.
What that means is we have a lot of work to do still. We have a lot of hot areas on these fires, but we have stopped the forward progress and movement of all these fires. We have line around them.
The sheriff of Sonoma County says that 50 people still remain missing, some they expect to be homeless. The Tubbs fire is now 91% contained, with the other 3 fires within those regions being at least 60% contained. So it's definitely a good sign that fire personnel have said they have stopped any forward progress of these fires, and looking forward, rescues stay ongoing as they're still trying to find anyone that may have gone missing, but hopefully we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel for these folks. Now, by the way, tomorrow, October 21st, marks the 10-year anniversary of the 2007 wildfires right here in San Diego. There were a series of fires in the county burning at the time, but in particular, the Witch Creek and Harris fires caused the most damage. Thousands of structures and homes were destroyed, burning 580 acres and killing 7 people. Alert San Diego can help us prepare, and if you register your phone number, it will conduct a reverse 911 call to alert you in the event of an emergency. And this weekend through Tuesday, there's been a fire warning issued due to lower humidity, gusty winds, and that heat that we're going to be seeing coming through. Now, speaking of that heat, let's take a look at our current forecast looking into this weekend and into next week. So you saw some more fall weather coming up today, some drizzle early morning, but don't be fooled. Coming into this weekend and next week, we're going to see a spike in those temperatures this weekend, mid 80s, upper 70s, and then in the inland valleys coming up Monday and Tuesday, 101 and 102, so some really, really hot temperatures there. And so as the week progresses, you're going to see it getting warmer and warmer. But that's going to wrap it up this week for weather. Back to you at the desk.
And finally, you may want to schedule at least a few moments of stargazing into your Friday night plans this evening. The Orionid meteor shower will peak tonight, and viewing conditions in the San Diego area should be prime. The Orionid meteor shower is made up of the remains of Halley's Comet. As the small fragments enter our atmosphere, these meteorites explode and become shooting stars. The celestial display will be best viewed tonight between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m.
I'm Devon Allums.
And I'm Nora Mitchell. Thanks for watching Newscene this week. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye.